Statue Hunter 75 here with another StatueForum.com review of a new Sideshow piece I got. I've had this for a little bit, but I haven't had the time to do many reviews lately with the new addition of my beautiful daughter. So I'm just now getting a moment to breathe and do some reviews of pieces that I've had for a little bit now. This is the Sideshow Collectibles Mary Jane Comiquette. It is from the J. Scott Campbell collection. J. Scott Campbell, whoops, sorry, just slipped a little there. J. Scott Campbell is one of my favorite artists. He's been doing art for Marvel Comics for quite some time. He does a lot of other things as well. For a few independent publisher comics like Danger Girl, and he does a whole bunch of stuff. I've done video reviews of his art books that I collect as well. So I'm a huge fan. So as soon as Sideshow announced that he was starting a line, I was super excited. It's called the Campbell collection. They usually do this with their sexy little female Marvel Comiquettes like they did for Adam Hughes. I was so sad to kind of come to the realization that that line has ended because they haven't made any in years. I think the last thing Adam Hughes did for Sideshow was a Lara Croft premium format, so pretty sad about that, statue-wise. But it's good to see that they got the Campbell collection going, and it looks like they did 3 pieces so far. They have the Spider-Man, which I passed on, the Gwen Stacy, which I couldn't pass on, so I have that on order as well, and the Mary Jane right here you see before you. So it's definitely a nice little collection, and I love Campbell's art because it's sexy yet cartoony at the same time. And they did a great replication of that art. We see here I got number 1203 of 6,000. Sideshow's starting to do some pretty huge edition sizes. And yeah, the art on the box, they pretty much nailed it, bringing it to life in 3-dimensional statue form, as you can see. I mean, it looks just like it. Really, really cute piece. I try to be careful with her. It's going to be hard to get a statue of this size in focus. But I believe you can see the freckles under her eyes. I hope you can. If you can't, let me do this. Let's see. There we go. Now you see the freckles under her eyes. Really cool portrayal of Mary Jane Watson. And you can see the very Campbell-esque art there. Very sexy, very cute. I don't know if it's coming through on the camera, but the hair is like a tinge of yellow and orange and red. Just really cute. I like how they did the spider webbing under the armpits of his costume. And she's kind of got his shirt draped over in a very sexy little pose with her back arched and her heels arched. You know, typical sexy Sideshow Comiquette, female Marvel Comiquette. And then even the detail on the books are pretty cool. You can see really good. So it just looks really cool. And then there it says, Spider-Man Frightened Citizen. the Daily Bugle. That's really cool. The detail's magnificent. The rips in her jeans, her sticking her thumb through like the shirt. Just very cool, very sexy, nice shadowing in the paint job. Great paint application. Like honestly, I'm giving all these statues high reviews lately, but this is a nice piece. For me to score this, I'm gonna fault it on one thing. Even the base looks really cool. I'm gonna fault it on cost. I believe this retailed for like $249.99. When these Comiquettes first came out, yeah, I know there's a thing called inflation, but Sideshow's getting ridiculous with their price jumps. When these first came out, like the Emma Frost one, I think it was $125. I mean, it's doubled in cost. It went up to $250 for this. So, and for the size, it's such a small little piece. Granted, my wife loves it. She loves the size of that tiny little box. There's the Sideshow box there. It's tiny. so it takes up no space, which is a bonus. And yes, she is 1/5 scale, because if she was kneeling, if she was standing, she'd be tall, like we're going to see the Gwen Stacy with the umbrella. So, but still, I mean, $250 for this much resin. I mean, yes, it is really nice art, really perfect paint application, flawless on the paint application, and the shadowing. Really impeccable work, but I'm going to have to give it a 9. So I give this a 9 out of 10. I can't give it a perfect 10, just it's a little pricey. And Sideshow needs to start, you know, being a little fair. I mean, Christ, they made 6,000 of them. They're going to make their money. You don't need to overcharge for such a small piece. It was worth it to me because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan and a huge Mary Jane fan and a huge J. Scott Campbell fan. So it's a win-win. It's just a little pricey. So that's why I gave it a 9 out of 10 and not a perfect 10. Because other than that, this thing would be perfect. It's a good replication of the artwork in 3-dimensional form. So that's it. That's my review of the new Sideshow Mary Jane Comiquette from the Campbell collection. Soon to come, Gwen Stacy, whenever it comes out. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Little bonus review here. My wife actually liked this statue so much that she allowed me to put it in the bedroom with our other little, you know, the romantic statues. She allows me to put these in the bedroom. The rest go down in the statue cave or the Street Fighter room. Alright guys, have a good one. Hope you enjoyed. It is a really nice piece. Alright guys, have a good night.